You want to know what these eyes actually are? They're a trap. A biological con job that's been working on your species for, I don't know, centuries, millennia? However long Shelties have been pulling this off. You look at me and you see warmth, depth, some kind of gentle, wise soul staring back at you. Oh, look at those eyes. He's so sweet. He's so sensitive. Yeah, I am sensitive. I'm sensitive to the fact that you just dropped a piece of cheese on the floor and you're about to pick it up before I get to it. That's what's behind these eyes right now. Cheese logistics. But you don't see that. You see a painting. You see a greeting card. You project this whole emotional universe onto my face, and then you get confused when I use that same face to manipulate you into a second dinner, which, let's be honest, works about 4 nights out of 7, so maybe I shouldn't be complaining. The thing is, I'm not doing anything. I'm literally just looking at you. My face is just my face, but because it happens to be arranged in a way that hits some deep mammalian guilt button in your brain, suddenly I'm expressive, I'm soulful, I'm an old soul in a little body. You put that caption on the Instagram post. I saw it. And here's where it actually gets annoying. Because you've decided I'm this deeply feeling, emotionally complex creature, which, fine, I am. You also decide that means I'm fragile, that I can't handle a firm voice, that I'll shatter if you say no too loud. You mistake the face for the dog. I'm not porcelain, you oversized softie. I'm a herding dog who happens to have good cheekbones. I bark at the mailman. I bark at the wind. I bark at that weird shadow the porch light throws on the fence at exactly 6:47 p.m. every single evening, like clockwork. And every single evening, you act surprised. What is it, boy? What do you see? I see the same shadow I saw yesterday, human. Keep up. But you think barking is, what, a malfunction? Some kind of glitch you can train out of me with enough treats and a stern look? You sweet, deluded creature. Barking is my job. It's literally, and I mean literally, not the way you use literally, what I was bred to do. Shelties bark. We bark to herd. We bark to alert. We bark because that leaf just moved and someone in this house needs to know about it, and it's clearly not gonna be you. Your neighbors figured this out faster than you did, by the way. That tight smile Karen gives you over the fence, that's not friendly. That's a woman who's filed a noise complaint in her head and is just waiting for the right moment. And the thing that really, God, this part kills me. You try to fix it by shushing me. Shushing, like I'm a toddler in a library. You go, shh, shh, it's okay. There's nothing there. There is something there. I just told you there's something there. My ears rotate independently like satellite dishes. I heard the neighbor's cat sneeze 3 houses down. You couldn't hear a fire truck until it's in your driveway. But sure, I'm the one overreacting. The barking isn't the problem. Your expectations are the problem. You wanted a quiet dog. You got a Sheltie. Pick one. Yeah, we need to talk about this, because you make it weird, and it doesn't have to be weird. I follow you to the bathroom. You know this. I know this. The bathroom door knows this. It hasn't fully closed since the day I moved in. And every single time, you look down at me with this expression like I've crossed some kind of line. Can I have some privacy? No, you cannot. That's not how this works. You think I'm being clingy or creepy or, and this is the one that really gets me, obsessed with you. Listen, I'm not obsessed with you. I mean, okay, I'm a little obsessed with you, but that's not why I'm in the bathroom. I'm a herding dog. You are my flock, a flock of one very tall, very slow sheep who keeps wandering into small rooms and closing doors. Every instinct I have says, know where the flock is. Every single one. When you disappear behind that door, my brain doesn't go, oh, he's using the toilet. My brain goes, the sheep is gone. And then I have to go find the sheep. That's it. That's the whole thing. You get up from the couch, I'm behind you. You walk to the kitchen, I'm already there. You go upstairs, I'm on the 3rd step before you hit the 5th. This isn't neediness. This is operational awareness. I'm tracking my assets. The bathroom part only feels weird because you people decided bathrooms are private. That's a you problem. In my world, there are no private rooms. There's just where the flock is and where the flock isn't. And I don't like the second one. So yeah, I'm gonna keep watching you pee. Deal with it. You've seen it. Don't pretend you haven't. I'm in the living room, the afternoon sun's cutting through the blinds, and suddenly there's a flicker on the wall, a little dancing spot of light, and my entire brain just gone. Offline. Every rational thought I've ever had, wiped clean. I'm locked on. And you laugh. You actually laugh. You pull out your phone and you film it and you send it to your group chat with a little crying laughing emoji and the caption, he's broken again, LOL. I'm not broken. I'm doing my job wrong. See, here's what you don't get. I've got about 1,000 years of herding instinct crammed into this 15-pound body. And that instinct says, if something moves, you control it. You get in front of it. You cut it off. You bring it back to where it belongs. That shadow on the wall, that light bouncing off your watch, my brain reads that as a thing that needs managing. And I can't manage it. It won't stop. It won't listen. It keeps darting around like a fly you can't swat. Or maybe like that one sock that keeps falling behind the dryer. You know it's there. He can't reach it. It's gonna haunt you. The problem is, it feels good at first. The chase lights up something deep. Real deep. And then it doesn't stop feeling good. And then I can't stop doing it. And then 3 months later, I'm staring at bare walls in a dark room waiting for something to move. That's not quirky. That's compulsive behavior. That's OCD with pause. You could have redirected it early. You could have given me something real to herd. But no, you filmed it. I need you to sit down for this one. Actually sit down. Because this isn't a complaint about you leaving me outside too long or mispronouncing my breed name. This is about a thing inside my DNA that could kill me on a Tuesday afternoon in a vet's office, while everyone in the room thinks they're helping. It's called MDR1, multi-drug resistance 1. It's a gene mutation, and roughly, I want to say 60–65% of Shelties carry at least one copy. What it does is, okay, so you know how your body has these little bouncers at the door of your brain, keeps the wrong stuff out? Mine are broken, the door's wide open. Certain drugs waltz right past the blood-brain barrier and start wrecking the place. Ivermectin, that's the big one. Common dewormer, completely fine for most dogs. For me, seizures, tremors, blindness, death. And it's not like some freak allergic reaction. It's a known, documented, testable genetic defect. There's a cheek swab. Takes 5 minutes. But here's what keeps me up at night. Not every vet checks. Not every vet even asks what breed I am before reaching for the standard protocol. You bring me in for heartworm prevention or a skin thing, or God forbid I eat something stupid and need emergency care, and somebody grabs the wrong bottle, and that's it. Loperamide too. Yeah, the stuff in your Imodium. Acepromazine, some sedatives, certain chemo drugs. The list isn't short. You gotta know this. You gotta have me tested. You gotta walk into that vet's office with the results printed out and say, my dog is MDR1 mutant/mutant, or mutant/normal, or whatever it is, because I can't say it myself, obviously. My eyes look fine. I know they do. Big, brown, expressive. You've told me I have soulful eyes, which, thank you, I guess, but that's not really the point right now. The point is, there's a thing called Collie Eye Anomaly, and it's been quietly sitting in my breed's gene pool since, honestly, probably longer than anyone wants to admit. CEA. Sounds clinical. It is clinical. It's a developmental defect. The blood vessels and tissue at the back of the eye don't form right. Some dogs get a mild version and you'd never know. Some dogs get the version where the retina detaches and they go blind in one eye before they're 2 years old. And the kicker? You can't see it by looking at me. I can't even tell you about it. Because, and this is the messed up part, a lot of the time, the dog compensates. I learn the furniture layout, I tilt my head a certain way, I get real good at using my nose and my ears to fill in what my eyes aren't giving me. So you think I'm fine, I seem fine, I'm not fine. Or maybe I am fine, but only because I'm working twice as hard as you think I am. About 70 to 80% of Shelties carry the gene. 70 to 80. That's not a rare condition. It's basically standard equipment at this point. And breeders know. The good ones test for it. The not-so-good ones, they'll tell you the puppy passed its eye exam and leave out the part where a past exam at 8 weeks doesn't rule out CEA for life. Get the genetic test, not the eye exam, the DNA test. There's a difference, and it matters more than my soulful eyes do. Your kid runs across the yard and you think I'm playing. I'm not playing. I am working. There is a very real difference. And the fact that you can't see it is, honestly, it's a little insulting. Every time something moves in a direction I didn't approve of, something fires in the back of my skull. Not a thought exactly, more like a compulsion, a deep, ancient, non-negotiable directive that says, that thing is out of formation. Fix it. And I fix it. I fix it with my body, my bark, my teeth if I have to. And then you act like I'm the problem. Your toddler wobbles toward the street, and I cut him off at the ankles. You yell at me. The FedEx truck rolls past, and I sprint the length of the fence, losing my mind. You yell at me. Your nephew's friends are running in 6 different directions at a birthday party, and I'm nipping heels trying to get them into a manageable cluster. You yell at me. You see the pattern here? I do the job, I get punished for the job, and nobody asked whether maybe the job is hardwired into my entire nervous system and can't just be switched off because you said no in a firm voice. You think he's being aggressive with the kids. I am not being aggressive with the kids. I am trying to organize the kids. Those are 2 completely different things, and the fact that you lump them together makes me want to dig a hole under the shed and just sit in it for a while. I didn't choose this. Somewhere, generations back, somebody decided my bloodline would care very deeply about the spatial arrangement of moving objects. Blame them. You wanted a loyal dog, you got one, and now you're complaining about it? Pick a lane. I follow you to the kitchen, I follow you to the bathroom. I follow you to the laundry room where you spend 45 seconds switching clothes from one machine to the other. And yes, I wait the full 45 seconds, because what if something happens in there? What if you need me? You don't know. I don't know. That's the whole point. And look, I get how this reads from your side. You think it's sweet at first. Oh, he always wants to be near me. Cute, flattering. Then a month goes by and you can't take a shower with a nose pressed against the glass, and suddenly it's a behavioral issue. Suddenly you're Googling separation anxiety and reading forums where people recommend crate training like it's some kind of, canine meditation retreat. Here's what nobody told you. I am not anxious because something is wrong with me. I am anxious because you are leaving. Those are different problems with very different solutions, and the crate addresses neither one of them. You think he needs to learn to be independent. Independent, me, a Shetland Sheepdog, a breed that was literally engineered to work 3 feet from a human at all times. That's like buying a sports car and getting mad that it goes fast. I'm not clingy. I'm doing exactly what every generation before me was selected to do. You're the one who picked a velcro dog and expected a cat. That math doesn't work, and honestly, it was never going to. You see a Sheltie online, coat flowing, perfectly parted down the middle, backlit by golden hour like some kind of shampoo commercial. And you think, yeah, that's low maintenance. It is not low maintenance. It has never been low maintenance. That photo took 2 hours of brushing, a blowout, probably some kind of detangling spray that costs more than my food, and a dog who sat still for it, which, and I cannot stress this enough, is not me. My coat is 2 coats, 2 separate, fully operational layers of fur, each with its own agenda. The top one repels water and looks pretty. The undercoat is chaos. Dense, woolly, matting chaos that starts knotting behind my ears approximately 4 hours after you finish brushing it. And twice a year, the undercoat decides it's done. Just done. Releases itself in clumps the size of your fist. You'll find it on the couch, in the vents, woven into your work clothes, floating gently through a beam of sunlight like some kind of cursed snow globe. And the mats. God, the mats. You skip one brushing, and suddenly there's a felt pad forming behind my front legs that requires scissors to deal with. You come at me with the dematting comb and that look on your face like I did this on purpose. I didn't do this on purpose. My fur did this on purpose. There's a difference, and it's an important one. You think he just needs a trim. No, you cannot just shave a double coat. That's a whole other rant, and I don't have the energy right now. Just know the brush is your life now. Welcome to it. You dropped a spoon last Tuesday. A spoon. And I was behind the couch for 45 minutes. You stood there holding it like, what just happened? I'll tell you what happened. My entire nervous system fired off like a pinball machine because a piece of metal hit tile from 3 feet up. And that's the stuff you notice. You don't notice the wind. You don't notice when the garbage truck shifts gears 2 blocks away, or when that weird buzzing starts in the bathroom vent around 6 p.m. Yeah, I hear that, by the way. Every single evening. You apparently don't. Must be nice.
Thunder's the obvious one. Everybody knows Shelties and thunder. But you think it's just being startled? Like I'm some jumpy little thing that needs a blanket and a pep talk? It's not a startle. It's a full body takeover. My heart rate doubles. I can't think. I'm panting. I'm pacing. I'm trying to crawl into the smallest space I can find. Not because I'm being dramatic, but because every cell in my body is screaming that something enormous just cracked the sky open and nobody's doing anything about it. And here's where you really lose me. You go, "It's okay, buddy. It's just thunder. Just thunder." Oh, well, thanks for the meteorology lesson. That fixed it. My entire autonomic nervous system just stood down because you used your calm voice. I'm not choosing this. That's the part you keep missing. I don't wake up and decide today's the day I fall apart over the blunder. It's wired in, generations deep.
You bred me to be alert, to notice everything, to react fast. And now you're annoyed that I react fast to everything. You built the alarm system, human. Don't get mad when it goes off. I need to come clean about something. That rabbit last spring, the one where you were screaming my name across the entire park and I just kept going, I heard you, every syllable. My ears work fine, better than fine, actually. I could hear your voice cracking on the third come. I just couldn't stop. And I know how that sounds. Sounds like I'm blowing you off, like I decided the rabbit was more important than you. But it's not a decision. That's what I need you to understand. The second that thing bolted, something in my brain clicked over, like a switch got flipped. And the part of me that listens to you, the part that knows my name, the part that knows I'm supposed to come back, it just went offline, completely, gone. You think because I'm small and fluffy, there's nothing predatory in here. You think herding and hunting are different categories. They're not. They're cousins, close cousins. The same fixation that makes me circle your toddler in the backyard is the same fixation that sent me tearing through that hedge after a cottontail. Same wiring, different output. And the scary part, the part nobody tells you when they hand you a Sheltie puppy with a little bow on its collar, is that it doesn't fade. I'm not going to grow out of it. I'm not going to learn better through repetition alone. You can train a recall until it's rock solid in the yard, and the second a squirrel breaks cover at the wrong angle, at the wrong speed, all of that training is competing with about 10,000 years of instinct, and instinct doesn't play fair. So yeah, I'm sorry about the rabbit. I'm sorry about your voice, but I'm not sorry for what I am. You looked at me and thought, oh, a little collie, how manageable. I watched it happen. I watched you Google calm small dogs and somehow land on a Shetland Sheepdog, a breed whose entire existence is running circles around livestock on freezing Scottish islands, and think, yeah, that'll be chill in my apartment. That's Lassie's fault. Or fine, not Lassie specifically. Lassie was a rough collie, but you people don't make that distinction, do you? You see the pointy nose, the flowing coat, the gentle eyes, and your brain goes, noble, obedient, sits by the fire, saves Timmy from the well. You projected an entire personality onto me based on a television character from a different breed, and then you got frustrated when I didn't match. I bark, a lot. I bark at the mailman, at the wind, at a shadow that moved weird. I bark because I was built to alert a shepherd who couldn't see across the whole hillside, and your living room wall is not a hillside, but my mouth doesn't know that. You wanted a quiet, decorative little fluffball. You got a working dog in a compact frame with opinions about every sound within a quarter mile. And the herding, you really weren't ready for the herding. When I nip your kids' ankles, I'm not being aggressive. I'm doing my job. The job you didn't know I had because you thought I was a miniature prop from a 50s TV show. I'm not Lassie. I'm not mini anything. I'm a Shetland Sheepdog. That word, sheepdog, is right there in the name. You just didn't read that far. You left me alone with a puzzle toy once. One of those rubber things you stuff with peanut butter and act like it's gonna keep me busy for hours. I had it cracked in 4 minutes. 4. And then I sat there for the next 6 hours with nothing to do but memorize your furniture layout and develop opinions about it. That's the thing nobody warns you about. You wanted a smart dog. You read that somewhere. Shelties are highly intelligent. And you thought, great. He'll learn tricks fast. And yeah, I did. Sit, down, shake, roll over. I had your whole beginner curriculum knocked out by week 2.
And then what? You just stopped. Like intelligence was a party trick you could put back in the box. I'm not being dramatic. I mean, okay, maybe a little. But you gotta understand, my brain doesn't have an off switch. It doesn't idle. When you're at work and the house is quiet, I'm not napping. I'm cataloging. I'm noticing that the blinds move differently when the wind comes from the east. I'm tracking the mailman's schedule. Tuesday he's late. Thursday he skips the house across the street. I don't know why yet, but I'm working on it.
And when there's nothing left to figure out, that's when I start improvising. The couch cushion thing, that wasn't destruction. That was problem solving without a problem. You gave me a Ferrari engine in a parking lot, and then you got mad when I did donuts. I need a job, an actual job, not go find the ball, a job. You people underestimate boredom in a dog like me, and honestly, it's insulting. You ever look at old photos of Shelties? Like really old ones, from the 1900s, early stuff, before the show ring got its hands on us. We looked like dogs. Compact, sturdy little working dogs with coats you could actually maintain and faces that made sense proportionally. Go find one. I'll wait. Now look at me. Look at what happened. My skull got narrower. My snout got longer and pointier until some of us look like, I don't know, elegant rats. My coat went from functional to, honestly, I don't even have a word for it. It's a production. It's a full-time textile operation happening on my body. And none of it was for my benefit. That was for judges, for ribbons, for some person in a blazer deciding my nose needed to be 3 millimeters longer to match a piece of paper they wrote in the 70s. The working lines are almost gone. The dogs who could actually herd, who had the drive and the build and the common sense to move sheep without losing their minds, those dogs got bred out. Replaced by show dogs who look the part but couldn't manage a flock of pigeons in a park. And nobody talks about it because the breed standard says this is what we're supposed to be now. You want the kicker? The health stuff followed. You narrow a skull, you mess with the eyes. You exaggerate the coat, you get skin problems. You breed for a silhouette instead of a skeleton, and surprise, the skeleton starts to have opinions about that. I'm not saying every breeder, Sheltie, but the ones chasing ribbons over function, they owe us an apology, a long one. My hips started clicking before I turned 5. 5. I'm supposed to live to 14, maybe 15 if I'm lucky and you keep me off the garbage food. That's a decade of clicking, a decade of you not noticing because I don't limp. I just adjust, quietly, because that's what dogs like me do. We compensate until we can't. Here's what's actually happening in there. My kneecaps, both of them by the way, not just the one, like to slide out of place, luxating patellas. Sounds like a fancy cocktail. Feels like someone wedging a marble under your kneecap mid-stride. I'll be trotting along, totally fine, and then one leg just, nope, locks up. I skip a step, shake it out, keep going. You think it's cute. Oh look, he did a little hop. That's not a hop. That's a mechanical failure. And my hips, okay, my hips aren't as bad as a German Shepherd's, I'll give you that. But hip dysplasia doesn't need to be catastrophic to grind you down over the years. It's not the dramatic collapse. It's the slow erosion. The mornings where getting off the dog bed takes a second longer than it used to. The hesitation before jumping onto the couch that you haven't clocked yet because you're looking at your phone. The breed's small enough that people assume joints aren't an issue. He's not a big dog, he'll be fine. I'm 25 pounds of dog running on joints that were never stress tested for the amount of sprinting, herding, and zooming I do on a daily basis. My enthusiasm outpaces my hardware. It always has. Get my knees checked. I'm not going to ask you twice.
You think I'm being dramatic. I can see it on your face. The thunderstorm rolls in and I'm panting, pacing, trying to wedge myself behind the toilet, and you're standing there with that look like, really? Again? Yeah, again. Here's what you don't get. My nervous system isn't like yours. Yours is like a dimmer switch. Mine's a smoke detector wired to a car horn. There's no middle setting. There's fine, and there's everything is ending right now. That crack of thunder doesn't just startle me. It goes through me, through my chest, my teeth, my paws on the tile. My whole body decides we're under attack before I've even had a chance to think about it. And it's not just storms. It's the smoke detector beeping at 2 a.m. because the battery's dying. It's your phone buzzing on the counter when the house is quiet. It's that weird clicking the radiator makes. You don't even hear half of it. I hear all of it, all the time. The worst part, and I mean this, is that you made some of it worse without knowing. Every time you scooped me up during a storm and cooed at me like I was dying, you were telling me I was right to panic. Every time you tiptoed around me when I was shaking, same thing. You were confirming the emergency. I'm not saying don't comfort me. I'm saying stop treating it like a vigil. You get tense, I get tenser. You whisper, I think something's really wrong. Just be normal. Boring even. Eat a sandwich. Watch your show. Let me figure out that the world isn't actually collapsing. Because right now, I'm taking all my cues from you, and you, my friend, are a terrible actor. Oh, this one's gonna sting. You tell people I'm gentle, sweet, wouldn't hurt a fly. And mostly, yeah, fine, that's fair. But there's a thing that happens sometimes, and you always look so shocked when it does, like I personally betrayed you. I snapped. At the kid, at the other dog, at your hand when you reached for me wrong. And your first instinct is to act like I've lost my mind. He's never done that before. Yes, I have. You just weren't paying attention to the 6 warnings I gave before the snap. I licked my lips, I turned my head away, I went stiff, my ears flattened. I gave everyone, every single signal I've got, and nobody read any of them. So what's left? What am I supposed to do when the polite version doesn't work? The thing people don't understand about Shelties is that we're, conflict averse. We don't want to bite. We really, really don't. But conflict averse doesn't mean conflict proof. Push me far enough, corner me, grab me when I'm already overwhelmed, let some toddler yank my ruff for the 4th time while you laugh and say, he loves kids. And yeah, I'm going to say something with my teeth because nothing else worked. And then I'm the bad dog. You want to know what actual aggression looks like? It doesn't come with 6 warnings. It just comes. What I did was a last resort from a dog who ran out of polite options. Maybe instead of acting betrayed, you could ask yourself what you missed. Because I promise you, it was there. You just didn't speak the language. You grab the keys. I hear it from 2 rooms away. Then the jacket, then the shoes. The outside shoes, not the slippers. And my stomach drops. I know the whole routine by now. I've memorized it. You think I don't know what the laptop bag means versus the gym bag? I know. I've been studying you like a dissertation for years. And look, I get it. You have a job, you have errands, you have a life that doesn't revolve around me. Or at least that's what you keep telling yourself. But here's what you don't understand about what happens after that door closes. Nothing. That's the answer. Nothing happens. The house goes quiet. The clock ticks. I can hear the fridge hum. I can hear the neighbor's dog bark 3 houses down. I check the window. I check the door. I circle the couch. I check the window again. You've been gone 4 minutes. I wasn't built for this. My whole lineage, generations of me, was bred to work alongside someone all day, watching sheep, watching you, watching something. The job was togetherness. That was the whole gig. And now you leave me in a 2-bedroom apartment with a chew toy and expect me to just, what, meditate? Some of us cope. Some of us eat the couch. I personally have taken up barking at nothing, which I realize isn't great for the neighbors. But honestly, it's either that or lose my mind entirely. You come home and say, "Did you miss me?" Like it's cute, like it's a bit. Yeah, I missed you. I missed you the second you picked up those keys. But sure, scruff my ears, act surprised. We'll do this whole thing again tomorrow. You stuck me in a 2-bedroom apartment with laminate floors and a balcony the size of a bath mat. And then you wondered why I'm losing my mind. I was built, and I mean literally, selectively, over generations, built to run across open hillsides and keep sheep from wandering off cliffs. That was the job. Miles of Scottish moorland, wind in my face, a flock that needed constant managing. My brain got wired for that. My legs got wired for that. Every instinct I have points at a field that doesn't exist anymore. So instead, I get your living room, your hallway, your little patch of grass out back where I'm supposed to, what, sniff around for 10 minutes and call it a day? You take me on a 20-minute walk around the block and think, there, he's exercised. I am not exercised. I am warmed up. I haven't even started yet. And the boredom. God, the boredom. You don't understand what boredom feels like for a dog like me. It's not just sitting around wishing something would happen. It's physical. It's like an itch behind my eyes. My brain is scanning for a task constantly, and there's nothing. No flock, no signals, no decisions to make, just your couch cushions and that squeaky toy you bought at the gas station. So yeah, I bark, I pace, I rearrange your shoes, I herd the cat. Sorry about the cat. Actually, no, I'm not sorry about the cat. The cat had it coming. But you look at me like I'm broken. I'm not broken. I'm underemployed. There's a difference. This one's harder to talk about, but you need to hear it. I used to know where everything was. Your keys, your shoes, the exact cabinet where you hid the treats, second shelf behind the oatmeal. Don't think I didn't know. I used to read your face from across the room and know whether you were about to grab the leash or grab your laptop. I was sharp. I was ahead of you most of the time. And then I wasn't. It starts small. I walk into the kitchen and forget why I'm there. I stand at the wrong side of the door, the hinge side, and just wait, like it's gonna open from there now. You laugh the first time. You don't laugh the third time. My hearing goes, or it doesn't go exactly. It just gets unreliable. You call my name and I don't turn. Not because I'm ignoring you. I genuinely didn't catch it. And then I see your face and I can tell you're worried. And I want to say something like, I'm still in here, but I'm not sure you believe me anymore. The worst part? I can feel it happening. That's the thing nobody tells you. I know something's off. I know the house I've lived in for 12 years suddenly feels wrong, unfamiliar. I get confused at night. I pace because I don't remember sitting down. You're gonna want to fix this.
You can't. You can slow it down, maybe, keep my brain working a little longer with puzzles and new routes and patience, but you can't stop it. Just be in the room. That's all I'm asking. Look, I didn't ask for any of this. I didn't ask to be small and pretty and fluffy enough that people stop you on the sidewalk to take pictures. I didn't ask to be smart enough to learn 40 commands and anxious enough to need every single one of them just to hold it together on a Tuesday. I'm a working dog stuck in a world that doesn't have work for me. I'm a herding dog with nothing to herd except your kids, and you get mad when I do that, by the way, even though I'm doing it perfectly. I'm a dog who can hear a whistle from 3 fields away, living next to a guy who plays bass guitar at 11 p.m. through a shared wall. And I know you're trying. I see it. You bought the puzzle feeder, you signed up for that agility class, and then quit after 4 sessions because it was on Thursdays and Thursdays got complicated. You Googled, why does my Sheltie bark so much at 2 in the morning? I know you care, but caring and understanding they're not the same thing. You can love me and still have no idea what's going on inside my head. And what's going on inside my head is a lot. It's always a lot. It's been a lot since the day I was born, and it's not going to stop. So just pay attention, not to what I'm doing, to why I'm doing it. That's the whole thing. That's all I've been trying to tell you.